So I'm working on this John Deere 425 here, and it's got a little attachment going on here. It's a blower, but regardless, these got a problem with the leaky valve covers. So I've already done that side, but this side needs attention. And you go to John Deere and they want it's like an O-ring type gasket, and they want like $14 million for it. And I live the Andrew Camerata lifestyle, so I think I'm just going to put some Honda Bond on it and call her a day, because I'm not spending $14 million for a gasket that's bound to leak again. So yeah, other than that, no complaints with this tractor. It's got ag tires on the back, doesn't really get stuck. It's not four-wheel drive. Other than that, this thing's oil looks pretty all right to me. I don't know when the last time that fuel filter was changed. It kind of runs good, but like coolant, it's drinking coolant like a madman. So see, that's down to here, and that's no bueno. That's underneath the line, so that's gonna need a top off. So I gotta figure out why it's drinking coolant so much. Could just because this radiator, I'm gonna fill up this radiator and then put that to probably about to right there, just in case if any other shit wants to come out, overflow. But yeah, that needs some coolant. I run the John Deere coolant. Forgot exactly what it's called, but I try to do it right. So this valve cover, it's been leaking for a while. I haven't checked the oil level on it, but I just know it's been leaking just because the state of how dirty it is. And so that's this O-ring I've been talking about. So anyways, it's the only stuff I use for gasket maker. I swear by it. Handles up to a pretty high temp. What is it? It's like 300 degrees, and no motor should get 300 degrees. So unless it's like right next to the exhaust or something, but just run it. This is free, so we're gonna get that all done up right, clean it up, and yeah. All right, got the camera kind of mounted. I'm using my phone to record. I don't have camera equipment. Never been a cinematographer. I think that's what they're called. I'm just getting all this grime off. I'll get a towel down in there, clean out all that oil that's in there, clean out the outside so I can tell if it's leaking again. So I'm gonna leave that O-ring in there, right here, just so, you know, it adds as a little protective area. So a lot of people have their own methods with this stuff. What I do is it kind of like has a tendency to like explode. That's already a lot. So I just like get a little bit, you don't want a lot. You can easily overdo this stuff and then it's kind of pointless. It's really stringy. There's strings hanging all over this thing. So then, get a towel ready because you're going to be using your freaking nose picker. And you're going to go around said surface. This isn't like a tutorial video, but just showing you how I do this. And I haven't had any problems. I need a little more. But there you go. And we're gonna let this sit for let's say 10-15 minutes is a good time. It's semi-drying liquid gas. I don't know why it's called semi-drying. Yeah, wait approximately 1 minute, then join the two surfaces. I wait like 5 to 10, just extra measure. All right, it's been a little bit. Pop a squat here. So oh geez, you don't really want that. So okay, now you can join these parts on up. I don't go too tight the first go around here. Not tight at all, actually. Just let it sit on that surface. Give it some more time. And then I'll come back and tighten it. And once I tighten it, I'll go around and clean up them edges. And then while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna clean up the rest of this oil residue. Spray with some degreaser. So for degreasers, I like using this gunk engine cleaner and degreaser. This the spray. I typically use the aerosol cans. It actually smells like citrus, I guess. I don't know why the hell you'd want your whatever. I typically use the gel, the heavy duty, but I mean this will do just fine. What also works very well with the combination of this is an air, like an air chuck. This works very well if you're detailing like a side-by-side or something. Them tend to get greasy and oily. Got some smoke coming off of it. Spray that back down in there, over there. And then I'll get the air gun. All right, now you got your air hose. I'm pretty sure that's plugged in. See, this stuff's already doing its wonders. Stuff's just falling away from it. You don't want to get contacts too wet, but a little wet's all right. And you can see that there's a difference, and you can hit it with a little air. Don't want to hit it too hard, or else you're going to be wearing this stuff. that stuff works pretty dang good. And it's cheaper if you just get the bottle, the spray bottle. This is a 32 fluid ounce spray bottle, and it's got the jet. Yeah, it's got a jet and a mist option on the sprayer, so that ain't bad. They usually have a longer nozzle, but I lost it. Somebody lost it. Once you get all that done, what I like doing is get some shop rags here, some towels. Giving her a once over, kind of gets all that gunk out, or all the leftover residue, all the moisture. So now, if it's ever leaking again, you can definitely tell where it's leaking, is you clean the surface that it was leaking from in the first place. So definitely recommend doing this. You don't have to, but for next time it really helps, especially keeping all that stuff off really helps cool the motor. All right, that looks better than it did. Now we can go on, since we cleaned it all, torque these down to spec. You can see all that gobble goop that just came out. This probably should have waited a little bit, but hey. Gonna double check the oil here. It's at half, so could probably add a drop of oil, but put the side cover back on and call her a day, I guess. Blow some leaves. It's getting to be fall season here. Pretty sure it is fall. Those are nice. I like these. There we go. It's all set. Kind of boggy, like not at its full potential, so we stop up here on this concrete, we'll take a look at it. It don't seem like it's running right. Huh. Alright, all of a sudden, I just put the fuel in it, fired it back up, and I just heard it was like pump, pump, and then she started running fine. Nah, it's running weird, see? It's like running on like one cylinder. Let's take out that spark plug maybe. Let's see what the state of that spark plug is, and maybe it needs a spark plug on that side that I just fixed. Because it shouldn't be running like that. It's funny how I was just saying that these things rarely gave me problems. And this side doesn't seem like it's firing. So what is that? All right. I mean, it can be cleaned. It looks pretty crummy. I'm gonna go clean the spark plug, stick her back in, see how she runs. Cleaned up the spark plug as best I can. Lightly, very lightly. You know, that might be a problem too. That surface being all nasty. I mean, typically that's not a problem, but just wipe it with my finger, I guess. That should be fine. These wrenches, indestructible. Get them at Tractor Supply for like 10 bucks. Alright, so I ended up blowing around those leaves in the front yard until I ran out of gas in the blower. So I gotta go up to the fuel mart, get more fuel. But after I cleaned that spark plug, reinstalled it. It's running good. How it should be. So I did see something that caught my eye, so I'm just gonna double check it. Make sure it wasn't what I think it was, but oh yeah. Just I saw some like bubbling like right on the tip of my finger, like bubbling, and it was like oil coming out, but I think that was just this exhaust gasket right here. The muffler gasket, whatever you call it. It was a little fucky. But yeah. It's good. Topped off coolant. So that's a job well done. This is custom made. If you want a video of it running, let me know, because it's a pretty unique machine. So having to push one of these heavy bastards around, it sucks. So just pin it up front and away you go. It's actually, all this metal came from a Lazy Boy recliner, and then this angle and those two wheels, that's about it. That didn't come out with the Lazy Boy, but works good.